Howdy folks, today we're trying Invasion of Ammonkhet in March of the Machine Standard. It's a card I've really liked, ever since I saw it spoiled. It's 3 mana, 1 blue-black, so Dimir colors. Battle, when it enters the battlefield, each player mills 3 cards, then each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. So pretty good value. Opponent has to lose a card, you go up a card, you also get the battle, and each player mills. And milling is I would say a light sub-theme with this deck with the Jace, and also the Sheldred here. But the backside of the battle is if you're able to defeat it, you have it become Lazartop Convert, and you may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature in a graveyard, except it's a 4/4 black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So, they kill a Sheldred, you can reanimate it as a Sheldred. Or if we kill one of their really good creatures, we can copy it with Invasion. Or if we mill one of their really good creatures, we can copy it with Invasion. So pretty cool. I've thought about Invasion of Ammonkhet as sort of its own reanimation spell in a weird way, with things that have good ETBs like Atali, but I just decided I wanted to try it in sort of a mono black splash blue control deck first, just to see how it worked out, see how I liked the card, see if the value was there initially. Other than that, the only other new card we have here in this deck is Sheldred. Not Sheldred the Apocalypse, Sheldred. It's 5 mana, 4/5 with Menace, and when it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. So pretty good value right away. And then you can pay 5 to transform it into the True Scriptures if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So that's why we also have the Jace in this deck and the Invasion. I don't really think you can do all of this. You can't really play the Sheldred without the Jace, the Invasion, so it's kind of why that's all together. And the True Scriptures is a saga which has, for each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls. And the second chapter is each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards. And then the third chapter is put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. That's pretty powerful. There's a bunch of stuff in the yard. It's all becoming yours. So there's a little bit of a combo there between the Sheldred and the Graveyard Trespasser, and the Graveyard Trespasser and the Invasion of Ammonkhet. But I think in general, I wanted to have a little bit of way to interact with our opponent's graveyard in case we flipped some pretty good stuff, or they discarded some, we'd have them discard Atraxa with the Invasion or the Liliana. I wanted some way to combat the graveyard a little bit. So that's why Graveyard Trespasser is here. Nothing crazy there, and it's also just a pretty good card. But yeah, other than that, just solid mono black shell surrounding it. We have a Siphon Insight as well, sort of for the blue thing. For blue, I think you just need a little bit more value in these styles of decks. I don't think this exact style of deck is that powerful on its face against the meta. I think there are other things you would probably rather be doing, but Siphon Insight gets you part of the way there by stealing the best cards and allowing you to cast them. So yeah, excited to see how Invasion performs. Let's get to it. All right, opponent's going first. Let's see how this deck performs. We don't have any blue mana, but Bank Buster can maybe get us there. Let's got a nice avian profile portraits. The Ocean Frontliner, okay. Pass the turn. See what they do here. If they just untap and play Thalia, I'll be a little worried. Lion Veteran, okay. We're fine to just kill the Veteran here then. Another Swamp. I think we gotta keep up the go for the throat. Try to keep the board cleared, eventually hit with this Liliana. Wedding Announcement, sure. Put my turn. I think I'll play Liliana now. Tick up. Get rid of this Siphon Insight. We don't have blue mana. Try to attack our opponent's hand and get at them that way. Harbin. Okay. That's something we would have to have dealt with. It's good that we got rid of it now. See what they do now. We could both going after Liliana. They are, okay.
You couldn't be more annoying.
And they're gonna sack with their roadside reliquary and then just draw. Interesting. Well, I guess we're playing that. Picking up the Liliana. Don't suppose we need this Bank Buster. Stuff we're worried about right now involves Brutal Cathar. So hopefully we don't feel that this turn. Okay. We're playing a brew of this kind of deck. They do have the Brutal Cathar though. Yep. That means Liliana's gonna be down. They just... Okay, they do want the wedding announcement to trigger, okay.
A delay, nothing more.
Okay, we'll cast second Sheldred. See if they can get through this one. Second Brutal Cathar, I'd be a little unfortunate. Mural, okay. Another Sheldred. Okay, we have to kill this Mural. And I think we're good to just pass. Hoping to draw another land at some point for this Invoke Despair. Non-Dark Slick Shores land. Any other land helps us cast it. They have some mana. Roadside Reliquaries can draw cards. They have enchantments and artifacts. So they're gonna have a good way to keep the cards flowing into the mid game here. Denick. Okay. Sure. Okay, we did draw that. That's nice. Can go ahead and just use this now. And that means we can cast this Siphon Insight, which is pretty nice. Shelter's done a really good job of just stonewalling them on the ground. Odawara, okay. Odawara's not bad. Can't block the Might Overseer, though, because it can get +1/+1 from this Valiant Veteran. And they're just gonna sack and draw, looking for a Bank Buster. Or not a Bank Buster, sorry, a Brutal Cathar. They're down to 6, now to 4. Did they find the Brutal Cathar? Maybe not, maybe not. They can sack this Roadside Reliquary again. So what could they have here? I don't think anything too crazy. They just wanted to flip the Denick. Alrighty. Pass the turn. We'll have this Odawara up. Also this Siphon Insight. Dumb to 4. Veteran, okay. 2 veterans, sure. Alright, Siphon Insight them, see what we see. Archangel Elspeth. That can give My sheltered flying. I don't need a block. We'll take some damage. Did not anticipate that happening with a double spell. And having 2 sheltered under the 1 Brutal Cathar is not good. Alright, pay to bounce it. Keep this one. And we didn't draw the land to kill them. So I guess we're gonna pass. They're gonna go to 2. They're gonna recast the Brutal Cathar. If they can cast 2 spells, they can flip and then hope to get our Sheltered, but then we're gonna cast a second Sheltered from our hand. They have a second spell, the Denic. The officer, sure. Hit them with a good game. Play our Sheldon. Pass the turn. They're going to take the damage in the upkeep. And they almost got us. That was a close one. They drew a lot of cards. How many roadside reliquaries did they use? At least 2. What could they find here? Result reinforcement's not going to do it. You can cast it, I suppose. There you go. You do have to draw your card per the rules of Magic, and that's GG's. I'll take it. Going first, I like to see that. Didn't go first last time, and it made it really hard to squeak out that win. See what opponent does now. Nice thing here is that we can keep up the Siphon Insight or the Go for the Throat. Alright, Siphon Insight. Take a Wedding Announcement. Play Liliana. Take up Liliana. You can get rid of one of these invasions.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Got rid of it to populate. Seems good. Seems like the right play. That way to get rid of our Liliana. Jace. Okay.
For the sake of Phyrexia,
Mills some cards for us. Sure.
I will clear your mind.
Do I Siphon Insight them? Try to hit a land. Could just ride this Liliana. So I have Invasion to draw a card, make them discard. Yeah, I guess that's probably my best. It's probably my best play. Yeah, I'm talking myself into it. Gives me the chance to hit a land. It also makes them discard. I can make them discard as well. We did hit the land. It just tapped though. Plus.
We all have things we'd rather.
So they did show me a Lauren. Discard it. So 2 Bank Busters in the yard. I think I want to keep my Bank Buster, so I'll go like this.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Alright, try to cast this Bank Buster. Tick up. Get rid of the cut down. I imagine our opponent's going to try to resolve a Wandering Emperor here. And we're going to probably cut down the token.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off. We must
Yep, get rid of the token.
people.
this way we can keep our Liliana around. Okay. Figured they'll lose their Jace anyway. Might as well just get their value.
All the answers.
Dennick, sure. Samurai coming in.
May your blade strike true.
Another Dennick. Ooh, with one going into the graveyard. I think we're going to end up drawing anyway, so I think I'm going to draw first. See what we get here. Invasion of Ammonkhet. What to do. Okay, I think I'm definitely going to minus here. Target them.
Wipe that smug look off your face. Don't bother begging.
Put most of the lands in one pile. Do we want to do it like this? Leave them with one land? Yeah. And they can choose all this other stuff if they want. But we're fine with that. See how valuable the lands are to them. Okay, they don't want the lands. Sure, opponent's gonna be playing this game without a lot of lands. Did find another one though. Plus on the Dennick, okay.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Try to kill the Dennick. Sheldred. I would really like to hit another land here. But I think I have to be mana efficient. And try to attack this invasion. Okay. Yep. We got the invasion. We were going to be able to look through the graveyards to find something. Let's see what we could have found. We could have grabbed one of their Dennicks, could have grabbed a Lauren. And from our side, we could have grabbed one of our Sheldreds, which would have been pretty good. Obviously, they probably would have blocked there, but, you know, good value. I think they probably picked wrong with the Liliana. I think they probably needed to keep their lands, but hey, we'll take it. GG's. Alrighty, we're going first. We'll keep this. Drop a hello. Pass the turn. Nobody have it. Go for the throw it up. And this Liliana the next turn. Invasion of Gobakhan. Okay. Can either take our Liliana or our Jace. Can't take both. And that way we still get to resolve one of them. I'll be pretty happy about that. I guess that they'll take the Liliana. Seems like the better card. Yep. Jace time. Make them mill, see what's over there. That is a Sunrise Cavalier. Okay. They have more haste than I anticipated. They're gonna have to choose between the Gobakhan and the Perfected Mind, though. Might just go for the Gobakhan. Nope, gonna kill the Jace. Alright, pass the turn. See what they want to attack here. Yep, plan on killing it. They have a protection spell for it. That would be pretty interesting if they did. No. And they can't cast... Can't cast a Wandering Emperor. Do you want to resolve this Liliana or just get this Invoke going? Probably just the Invoke. They're gonna burn down that. Okay, but if they kill it, then they would have lost the invasion. Castig Wolf Rider. It's just, is this a Knight's deck? I mean, obviously, it looks like that's what it is. Alright, Children time. Interesting. Check the negotiators, okay. Pass a turn. Now they have to attack both at the invasion. This is not a knight, it's a soldier, okay. Kill the Wolf Rider. They do get to flip the invasion. But it's an enchantment that might get hit by this Invoke Despair. So I could just play this Graveyard Trespasser. Start eating stuff. I don't hate that. I think the only way I lose with this is exactly another Protect the Negotiators. And what's my best play against that? Sheldred? Guess Graveyard Trespasser is my best play. Yeah, it just makes most. It's my best play against that. Gonna eat the Sunrise Cavalier. Pass a turn. Obviously, this would hold priority too. Wandering Emperor, okay. Now the Invoke Despair is going to eat a lot of stuff, though, so I think we're pretty fine with all this.
The edge in this fight.
They have 3 things to sack, but we'll get rid of a lot. Darkclick Shores, go. Now we have the Siphon Insight. They have a Resolute Reinforcements. Play with fire, sure. Resolute Reinforcements would have been good there. Guard to the bottom. It's for 4. Alright, hit the Siphon Insight, see what we get. Invasion of New Phyrexia. Sure. Alright, they've seen enough. They have seen enough. Alrighty, well, another victory in the books. GG's. Okay, going first, and I will keep this. Good old Dark Slick Shores. Go, now we have the cut down up. And they've passed, we can swamp and go. Are they gonna pass? So this is Grixis. They want to counter the Siphon Insight, we're fine. Oh. Guess we're not gonna really cast either of them, and I guess we don't want them to have the Singularity.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Get rid of the cut down. See what they have now. Let's tick up. Get rid of this Dark Slick Shores.
Don't overthink things.
And if that's going to be their discard, I think we want to eat it, actually. Because that's how we can lose. We want to be up to 21 life because this can deal us exactly 20 damage with the Explosive Singularity combo. So we want to stay at above 20 life. We can. Okay, they're getting a treasure, that's fine. Alright, play the Sheldred out. Plus the Liliana.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Dave's card to light up the night. Which we could exile, I suppose. We're gonna pass here. We want to keep the Liliana alive. They could have one removal spell for the Sheldred. It's like they do. Yep. So we want to keep the Liliana alive here. We'll block. Sure. We're at 21 life, crucially. So I think we're fine to just kill the Hidetsugu.
I've always hated crowds.
Okay, they did have the Singularity. That's the combo they were looking for. We're down to 1. Pass the turn. So if we had like ultimated them this turn, we could have left him with 3 lands, but still leaves us dead to play with fire. Glad we resolved that Graveyard Trespasser to keep us alive. When it has had the combo, they were able to find Explosive Singularity after we took the one from their deck. Can they find one more damage? Probably, but hopefully not. Oh, yes. Okay. Alright. Give me something from your deck here. Man, we can't get there. They hit us with the combo. Didn't even have to mulligan for it. 2 Gs. Okay, going first. I'll keep this. Get our opponents up too. Pass a turn. Hit them with a Siphon Insight. Bankbuster, okay. See what we can get here. Riveteer's Charm. Okay. I like that. Don't really feel like our opponent's a Liliana deck, so we're going to just play out a Trespasser. Could be a Sheldred's Edict deck, but I don't think if you're playing Jund, you're playing Liliana. Yeah, you're probably playing Fables and whatever. Killing the 2/2. I should have played the Shipwreck Marsh to save ourselves a life, but that's alright. Submit 0. I just want to tick up with the Jace, I think. Want to keep it around.
Note of all your failures.
Well, actually, I guess we could Bankbuster it. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I should have milled them first in case I hit a creature card here. Or I should mill myself.
We can improve.
Arcane Bombardment. Okay. Arcane Bombardment plan, huh? Can they crew the Bankbuster? Maybe, I don't know. You're gonna have to discard a card though. Invoke Despair with 2 non-black sources. Play with fire. Okay.
Your victory is an illusion. Nothing more.
Alright, well, my opponent is doing the Arcane Bombardment thing, so I feel like I do kind of want to just fill their graveyard with stuff that may not be always relevant.
Clear your mind.
So yeah, they can flip the reflection. If they try to play another Fable, I can kill the reflection in response so that they can't crew the Bankbuster. Alright, kill the reflection in response. While they're tapped out. So they probably can cast an Arcane Bombardment and a spell next turn. They might just whiff on stuff. It's gonna have to be the plan. Or we can get the spell out of their hand with this. Could exile their graveyard at instant speed as well. Yeah, that's pretty good, I suppose. Guess that's what I'll be doing. Exiling their graveyard at instant speed. Make them mill first. Discard, we'll draw. Discard a lightning strike, okay. Make them mill some more. Privateer's Charm is gonna have actually potentially pretty good value. And they have a lot of cards now, so we do 3 off the Jace. Alright, pass the turn. See what they do here. Draw. If they draw, it indicates to me that they don't have the Arcane Bombardment. See if that's the case. Alright, we'll target their graveyard. And I think we're gonna double invasion. Just to get cards out of their hands. Another bombardment. Maybe double invasion is bad, actually, because it just mills them a bunch of cards. Yeah, that was probably bad. You know, not my best plays. See if they miss this turn though, I'm probably locking it up. Cycling, okay. Alright, Sheldred. And Bankbuster. We'll tick up. Pass the turn.
Organic minds are easily quenched.
Hopefully flip this invasion eventually. Alright, did they find an instance? They did find a big score, okay. Discarded an Arcade Bombardment. It's all of them down, I think. Alright, what'd you exile? Privateer's Charm. Sure. Would you rather have the Jace or the Sheldred? I think we'd rather have the Sheldred. Make him lose some life. Alright, we'll draw. Another Bankbuster, sure. So they did show me go for the throw, right? Go to my turn. Alright, let's try out this invasion. What to do here in response? Play with fire. Sure. Big score. They put the big score on first. Is that way they're gonna have to lose life? That's very interesting. Okay. Cruise Sheldred. Now we're gonna get them to discard a card. Scry one to the bottom. Get down to 16 cards. Just have to attack our opponent here, for sure. Down to 3. I guess I could double Siphon Insight them. I guess that's what I'll do, double Siphon Insight them. They're at 15. I don't have a lot of ways to shuffle things in. Lightning strikes us, sure. They get a bunch of value, but it's like they have not many cards in their deck. This milling over time has done a number on them. Yeah, that's fine. Exile my graveyard. Alright, in response, I'll Siphon Insight you twice. Okay, I'll take the Unleash the Inferno. Siphon Insight you again. Shigeki? I think we have to take the Shigeki. Probably never play it. Alright, Sheldred time. I'm gonna draw in response, okay. Attempt to kill the 1/1. Attempt to crew up. Play with fire. Yeah, I should have bounced a bombardment. That's my bad. Man, yeah, I should have bounced the bombardment. I think it would have been golden if I would have just bounced the bombardment here. They are going to draw, though. To 0. What? What did they... I don't know why they did it like that. Is it a May? You may cast any of the copies, and they did. Stacked their triggers wrong, I guess? I don't know. A win's a win. 2 Gs. Alrighty, we're back with the wrap-up for Invasion, Dimir. And really, I wanted to play this deck, you know, as I stated in the intro, to test out Invasion of Ammonkhet. And the card was solid. It wasn't great. It wasn't an all-star, but it was solid. I think important to keep in mind with this card is what it is competing with against at the 3-drop slot. Obviously, you have the Trespasser, the Liliana. You also have the Flesh Gorger is in the 3-drop spot here. Obviously, you could just splash red and play a Fable. Kaido is the same exact mana cost, so it's compete with a lot of cards here, and I think it can compete with those cards. I don't think it's like way worse in Dimir. I think you would, if you can play Fable's a head and shoulders above all of those cards. But Invasion itself, I think, in the Graveyard Trespasser, in the Liliana, in the Flesh Gorger, in the Kaido sort of role, I think you can play Invasion just whenever the metagame shifts that way. Where there's maybe not a lot of decks taking advantage of their graveyard, so the milling your opponent is free, and then you can have them discard and you draw. You could also build around the cards some more, so you could put this in a Grixis shell that has some Atraxa in it or some Atali, so that way you get the mill effect, and then the backside also just potentially becomes a big creature. That's something I would keep watch for as well. Like turn 3 Bankbuster, turn 4 Invasion. Sorry, turn 3 Invasion, turn 4 Sheltered, Crew Bankbuster, attack the Invasion. Something like that could get pretty good. And if you had milled, let's say, in Atali, I could see where that's going and how that could be pretty powerful. You could also play this in a more just discard style deck, with the Burglar Rat style card, the 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, your opponent discards a card, style cards, and build discard deck around it that way. I think it would work fine there. As far as this deck, I'm not sure it's the best card you can put in this deck. I think you would probably rather just play regular mono black control cards here. I don't think the Siphon Insight and Invasion and the Jace give you too much of an edge over just traditional mono black. So I think I would stick with traditional mono black if you're playing this shell, but there are definitely shells you can play the Invasion in. And I was basically just testing it out for power. How does it feel? And it felt pretty good. I think the card can compete. It's pretty good. Now I think you can move it into other shells now that I've sort of done the work there. Don't think this is the right shell, but there are other shells. So hopefully you guys can find those other shells. Send them my way so I can go ahead and play them. Some 4x Invasion of Ammonkhet decks. Pretty excited about seeing those when you send them my way. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Drop a like, drop a subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.